Alright, let's start with the session today. I haven't touched a club in a few days now, so let's see if we can get into the groove right away or if it's going to take a while. I'm going to hit my blades first and see how that goes. I've actually stopped using the blades on actual rounds. They're just so hard to hit. So I just use them for practice right here in the back, and if I'm playing an actual round, I still stick to the Nikes. Alrighty. How's your morning going? Apologies if that's too loud. Just trying to get set up here. Alright. It's getting cooler now, so that's a good thing. I won't be out here sweating like a pig. It's 10 in the morning on Wednesday, October 15th. Alright, let's see if I can get loosened up. This is a 15-pound weight that I use to just warm up. Alright, feels good. Let's grab a pitching wedge. So these are the Mizuno's MP32. About 20 years old, 20 or so. Still has the old grips. I want to get the grips replaced. But I don't know, I kind of like the old school Mizuno stamp on them. See if we can get five shots going. Good old Kirkland's. Shout out Costco. 4 packs for 20 something. Alright, 9-iron. The only drawback of practicing in the net is you wish you knew how far the ball went. I mean, I could use my Rapsodo MLM, but it doesn't really give me the right distances. It's like always 20 to 30 yards shorter than what it would go on a range. Comment below if you have a Rapsodo MLM and you figured out how to use it properly. Slow it down. Nope. See if you can work on impact first. It helps me to kind of just hit this bag for a little bit and then move to the ball. Helps me work on my impact right there. Alright, let's see if we can replicate that. Oh, so much better. So much better. Whew. Just gotta like take away smooth and make sure you come back in position for impact. Oof. That felt like butter. Oof. That's the reason I love these clubs, but I just can't hit them on the course. Oh. I need to work on my chicken wing. Like, I get to impact correct, but then I need to work on my rotating my elbow so that I can finish properly. Right, 8-iron. That wasn't good. Opened up the club face there, pushed a little bit. I'm gonna go through the ball smooth. Just like that. Oh, that felt good. That's a good point to stop. Right, 7-iron right there. Bad. The clubs are going to start to get longer. It's going to get harder to get an impact, although it's the same swing. I'm working on that. Just need to slow it down. That's better. And you can feel the ball almost turn into a marshmallow when you hit it right. Well, I hit 2 clubs with a baseball grip and I suddenly moved to an interlock grip, so that's probably not the right thing to do, to switch grips in between practice. And maybe I'm just gonna stick to baseball grip. I'm trying to get more fingers and less palm. And if I try to go more fingers, I automatically want to switch to a baseball grip, which is funny. But if I do switch to a baseball grip, I feel like the club moves around in my palms, in my fingers. It just doesn't feel as stable as a baseball grip. So I'm just going to stick to a baseball grip. Right now, focusing on impact and feeling. Like that. Simple shot, straight and effortless. Oh, that wasn't good. The sequencing needs to be right. This doesn't go as far, but it's safe and it goes straight. You can play a good game with this. No. When I stand over the ball, I want to make sure I see call it the muscle or the cavity if it's a cavity back club. I want to make sure I see that. So if I see it standing up, something about my brain makes me want to run the muscle through the ball, if that makes sense. If I see this part and if I see the ball, I want to make sure that goes through the ball. So that's like a visualization thing. But with the blades, if I'm standing over them, I don't see that part. So I have to forcefully kind of open up and make sure, oh, it's there. And that's what I need to do. It's weird. I mean, it's hard to explain, but that's the visual reference that I use. Okay, it's there. And then I just need to do that. If that makes sense. Let's hit a couple of shots like that. That also makes me want to compress the ball a little bit more, so that if it hits the green, it's not running off the green, it's just going to stop where it lands. Still not the sweet spot, but better. Just going to stop on that feeling. Move to a 6. That felt so good. Only I could hit the same shot on the course. Alrighty, that's enough socializing. Now let's get back to business. Where were we? 6-iron. Horrible. So you get into, I do this all the time. You get into a bad swing, you aggressively try to correct it. The best thing I've realized is just to slow it down, not keep doing the same mistake over and over again, because your brain's kind of teaching you the bad stuff just as much as it wants to practice the good stuff. Unfortunately, that's how the brain works. So it's just going to keep repeating that mistake over and over again. Just back off and go to a simple swing. Just find that sweet spot and work from there. That's good. Kind of like a chip shot, and then just keep going backwards. There's something about rotating the club face. I need to be very mindful of how I come to impact from there. Slowing it down almost always works. Still not finding it. Something missing the 6-iron. Until I find it, just keep going, and then you move on to the next one. One more and we're good. Ooh, that was perfect. The club did all the work there. And it's gonna get tougher now. 5-iron. So I would love to reveal my yardages, but I really don't hit the ball that far. So 5-iron, yeah, you can roast me in the comments. 5-iron is about 160, 170, which is all right, you know. The goal is to know your distances and play them instead of trying to hit it far. That's the lesson I've learned the hard way. Take that. A little bit pushed, but I'll take that. Not good at all. All right, slow it down. Rinse and repeat. I know what I need to do. Back to the impact. All right, let's see if we can incorporate that feeling into the ball. It's clearly faster, but need to work on contact. Maybe slow it down. That was chunked. All right, step back. That was also chunked. So if you're making the same mistakes when you slow it down, that's when you really need to kind of step back and be like, what am I doing wrong? So if I'm chunking the ball slow and fast, then yeah, and that's a problem. That's better. Not straight, but good contact. Let's see if we can focus on that feeling. Better. Something about the long irons, I don't know, it's not a different swing, but it's kind of gets in my head a little bit. The shaft is so long, it's hard to control that little club head at the end through such a long shaft. Just like that, smooth. Smooth. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast, right? And that's the saying. Not good. It's too right army. Yeah, if that makes sense. Too much involvement of the right arm. No, I did something with my knee. I moved. I started dancing again. I've been trying not to do that. I'm very conscious about the fact that I don't want to move my legs around so much. Stable base equals stable top half as smooth swing. All right, focus. That was a half swing, by the way. That's another thing you can do. If you slow it down, just focus on half swings. Just like that. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere, but it's giving you a good 150, 160 if you hit it right. And then you take it back from there and see if you can get more distance, more power. Just like that. That was good. Maybe one more and I'm gonna stop. That's it. That's good. 4. I hate this club. I really don't like my 4 iron at all. At all. I hate this club. I don't know why. You know why? I know why. It's because I have a 4 hybrid in the bag, that's why. And 4 hybrid is just so much easier to hit. I feel like, what am I doing with this club? I don't need this. Which is weird because I do like hitting my 3 iron. And I don't like hitting my 3 wood. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but it's just such a psychological thing. Start slow. Just like that. It's actually working better than the 5 today. Weird. Nah, see, as soon as you alright. Why is it that some days you can hit some clubs and some days you cannot? Why? It's the same swing, same freaking balls, same you. But why is this? How does that even matter? How does that come into the equation? That was bad. I mean, it was a good shot, but it didn't really go as far as I wanted it to. It's a half swing, it was rushed. That's better. Alright, so much for 4 iron. Down to the last one. And then we'll call it a day here. I do like hitting my 3. It's the fairway finder. It's like if too much wind in my face, and it's like a short par 4, 350 yards, 370, 375 yards. I love busting this club out. Find the fairway and then work from there. Why can't I hit my 5 iron like that? Like, what am I doing wrong? Pushed. Surprisingly, that would still find the fairway though. No slices with iron, that's for sure. Unless you shank it like that. Nope. Slow it down. I forgot. I gotta clear the hips. I totally forgot about that. I worked through all of my irons and I just realized that. Well, use that in the next practice session. Alright, that was it for today. Thanks for watching along, and I'll see you in the next practice session.